Hi, I'm Dr. Lara, and welcome to another week of Channeled Angel Messages. So sit back, relax, and see what resonates for you. Okay, so this first message is for the entrepreneur. Whether you are doing your work with like holistic healing or some different modality, or just like an entrepreneur, it feels like there's kind of like a lull in the cash flow. Maybe there's a lull in clients. And the message here, because a lot of people think, oh, well, people are holding on to their money because it's scared and there's scarcity and all that kind of stuff. And that's not the reason for this particular person who is hearing this. It's not the reason why there's been a little bit of a lull in your business. It's tied to your self-worth. So if we as entrepreneurs, especially as healers, don't value our offering, don't value who we are and what we can do, the person that is receiving it won't value it either. They match your vibration of how you value yourself. So if you're like underselling yourself because you are thinking of lack and limitation, oh, I need to lower my prices because people are scared, and they don't want to spend that much money, you're lowering your worthiness, you're lowering your self-worth. So they're just saying, stay true to you and to the value of who you are, and realize that the more that you put out through your heart space, through the actual joy of giving, the more things will be returned to you. Because if there is a resentment that you're putting out, like you're giving out too much information, or you're giving out too much of your heart and you're not receiving enough money or whatever in return, that is going to not be good energy in your business. So just realize that when you come from your heart space, when it's pure and it's true, and you are doing it for the sake of joy and for doing it, realize that you will be supported in all ways by the universe. And it's not always going to come where you expect it to come from. Okay, so release your expectation of where you think the money should come from, and be open to all kinds of avenues for money. Okay, because your job, your career is not the source of your money. It's an avenue for the money to come through. Source, the universe, is our source of abundance and prosperity. So it's tweaking that a little bit, understanding your self-worth as an entrepreneur, as a healer, and also understanding that you don't have to get the money from the source where you give it out. Okay. There's different avenues it's going to come. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, they're showing me like a bright future. Okay. As the outside world gets louder and louder and louder, and it's getting louder right now, isn't it? You, as an awakened being, can go in and find your sanctuary within here. Okay, and don't listen to the outside chatter of fear mongering, of things coming into existence, and the new thing that's coming out to keep people down, or the elections, or whatever it is. Okay, do your best to go within and see what resonates for you, is what your truth is. And even if you fall into some of the fear, thinking that that is your truth, you can still change it. What they're showing me is you create your bright future. You. You don't have to rely on other people to wake up and catch up. You don't have to rely on people to come together so we can bring the light, so we ascend into the higher dimensions. You know, you don't have to do that. You can create your bright future every single day, right here, right now. We're living in a time right now where, and they're showing me like there's two earths. This is what they were talking about way back in 2012, about the two earths kind of splitting. Now, a lot of people thought that that was literal, that people were going to get picked up on spaceships and go somewhere else. That's not what's happening. Okay, what's happening is the consciousness shift is happening. So what they're saying is that we can live on the same planet and have two totally different realities. We can buy into the fear and experience all of the things that are being programmed into us, or we can live in a bright future created by us. And our reality can be completely different from our neighbors. So just realize that you are the center of your universe. You get to create your future. And a good way to do that is to go within. And they're showing me like Merlin and like a sorceress. And we have to understand or get in touch with our power. We've forgotten it, or a lot of people have forgotten it, or it's laying dormant. So we are the creators. So it's about getting back in touch with our own power to create and to make miracles happen, to make magic happen. Like that's where we are going. That's where our awareness is going. That's where our skill set is going, is creating miracles, is enjoying the synchronicities of everything coming together, is living a life of peace and joy and love. And abundance and prosperity while fulfilling your purpose and having harmonious relationships. Like that's possible for you, but it's about believing that it is. And the way that we can go into believing what that is going within here and finding your own truth. Okay? And what else do they have here? You're going to be okay. They're just like, you're going to be okay. This is going to be okay. And actually what's happening right now, especially in the United States, there's a lot of fear mongering, and they just ramped it up a notch. And just understand that this is happening to bring in the next wave of people to wake up. I talked about this in a few videos beforehand, that there's a whole slew of people that are still kind of asleep, but they're showing me like the light has turned on. So they've been in this slumber for a long time, but the light is turned on, so they're just kind of like, like yawning, like opening their eyes a little bit. And what's coming down the turnpike with the fear mongering is they're going to start questioning it. Okay. And they're going to be like, I don't know about this. And there's going to be a lot of people waking up. And with that, they're showing me like waves, tumultuous. It's going to be tumultuous. Depending where you're at with your awareness, you don't have to be in that tumultuous energy. You don't have to, you don't have to make someone believe what you believe, and you don't need to make fun of them for not believing what you believe. Okay, let everybody have their spiritual awakening, because at one point we all were asleep. We all did not know what was going on. So everybody has their time and the place to do that. So allow them to have the grace that they have, or that they need, and allow yourself to kind of become an observer, okay, of what's happening. Okay, they're showing me popcorn. So get the popcorn out, because it's a circus. And it's going to get louder and louder, and it's going to get more ridiculous with what is coming out. So just look at it as a movie, and you get to choose whether you want to engage in it or not. Okay, sounds like we're in for some interesting times. So I hope you enjoyed those messages. Once again, thank you so much for the people that have contributed to my channel. I really, really appreciate it because it helps me continue to do my work and to do these videos so you can receive the messages that you need. And thank you for all the comments and the questions. Please send your questions in. I've got a few, so let's get into that. So somebody had asked, can you manifest a reality for somebody else? And I thought that that was such an amazing question. I love that question. So we're going to tune into the angels and let's see what they say about that. Okay, so the first thing that the angels want to say is everybody has free will. When we first come into planet Earth, we have like we've chosen what we want to experience and the lessons that we want to learn and the circumstances, and we travel with these people like with soul groups. But what happens is we come in and it's so dense on the planet that we forget our divinity, we forget why we're here, we forget how powerful we are, and things get pretty uncomfortable with our lives and with like emotions and having to cope with things. And if we experienced a lot of trauma and are not aware of why we are here, we stay in that trauma. And that can be really harmful on our nervous system. So what do? We reach for alcohol, we reach for drugs, so we stop feeling all of that pain. Okay. Okay, so what I'm feeling for the person that asked this question, I just feel that it feels like it's really heavy on your heart. And well, what they're doing for you is the angels are sending energy to you to help lift you up and help to release the burden that you're carrying for this other person. Because it's somehow, maybe it's not conscious, but somehow you might feel like you're responsible for this person to be healthy, to get better. And they just would like to let you know that that's not your role. Your role is not to fix this other person. Your role is not to make things better for this other person. Your role is to hold them in unconditional love and to support them with your love. Okay, so now we're getting into the question, can you manifest a reality for somebody else? And the answer is yes. Okay, so this is really exciting. We can't impose our will on somebody else. So what you can do, and this is for anybody, not just this person that I'm answering for, is if there's someone in your life that is hurting, is suffering, or is doing things that aren't good for them, what you can do is you can tap into their higher self. You can go into meditation and invite their higher self in, and you can ask permission. May I help you create a better reality? Okay, and you'll know if this person's like, nope, I don't want to have anything to do with it. You won't get anything. They'll be dark. They'll be black. You'll get a feeling, like a yucky feeling in your body. But if the answer is a yes, they're showing me you'll see like a green light, like a traffic light. You'll see a green light and you'll see light around them. So if the answer is yes, what you can do is you can visualize yourself in a scene with this other person. Make sure you're in the scene with this other person, laughing, being healthy, eating, being sober, whatever it is. Okay, but make sure that when you do it, you bring in help. Ask the angels to help you and to help visualize for their highest good. Okay, for their highest good, because that lets go of the expectation that you have of the way you think this other person should be. Okay? So it feels like you really want to help, but you don't know how to help. So you just ask, how can I help? And I want to do this for their highest good. And this kind of just see what comes in. Like let the other person's higher self talk to you. Like what do they see their higher self or their highest good? What does that look like? And then you can be in the scene with them. So yes, you can help manifest someone else's reality. Okay? But then the angels, they just want to reiterate, be really careful about overstepping boundaries, about making someone wrong for the path that they're on. And, if it's a life or death situation, the best thing that you can do is surround them with love and light and ask a team of angels to come in and surround them and to give them their love and guidance. Okay, now that person, they have a choice whether they want to accept it, but at least it's there and it's available. Okay? Okay, so that was the answer to that one. The end of that, what they were talking about, surrounding your loved one with light, I do that with my family every single morning in my meditation. I ask their higher selves to come in. I ground them into the planet. And I cut cords. I ask the archangels to cut cords. And then I ask them to surround each person with love and with light to keep them happy, healthy, and safe. And you can do this for your loved ones. You can do this for the planet. You can do this for anybody. You can do this for yourself. I do it for myself as well. So just remember that when we are choosing to help somebody else with their struggles and their pains, we really need to take care of ourselves as well, and probably take care of ourselves first, because if we are depleted, we don't have anything to give to them, and then it turns into resentment. So anyway, okay, well, that is the message for today. Thank you for the question, and once again, I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for all of your support. Many blessings.